Fishing has, for a long time, been a staple of Canadian culture. It is a major industry on the east and west coasts, providing thousands of jobs and boosting the local and federal economies. Even non-commercially, fishing is enjoyed by many people in Canada because of how relaxing it can be and how it allows you to spend quality time with friends and family. However, overfishing has become a serious problem in Canada, which affects not only the oceans, but inland lakes and rivers. According to the Canadian Wildlife Federation, worldwide about 200 million people work in the fishing industry. That's just over 5 times Canada's population. With such a big industry, inevitably comes problems. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, over 70% of global fisheries are classified as either fully or overexploited or significantly depleted. Today I will discuss how technology, consumerism, and a lack of attention to the food chain is causing overfishing, and also a simple, doable solution. Overfishing is becoming more of an issue as technology advances. Ships use trawling nets that could, at their largest, trap 12 747 Boeing planes and are usually around 100 meters wide and 12 meters tall. That is almost the size of a football field. Now these nets are not light, they are made of heavy materials with weights to keep the net submerged. Imagine dragging what is essentially a massive rake across the ocean floor and what sort of damage that does to the local environment. The nets catch everything from the target fish to sea turtles to dolphins and sea lions. These nets can seriously injure marine animals. For whales and dolphins and other air-breathing marine animals, becoming trapped in this net can be a death sentence, as the animals become trapped underwater. Devices have been created to prevent this bycatch of untargeted species, such as the turtle exclusion device. However, in most places, the use of these devices is not mandated. An extreme example of bycatching is in shrimp trawling, where 2 to 10 times the amount of shrimp are actually bycaught species. Overfishing and the method and tech used have had a significant impact on the ecosystem, not only on target species, but also on other species through bycatch or disruption of food supply. Aside from the methods of fishing, consumerism and policy plays a large role in overfishing in Canada. As a point of fact, there is no legal requirement to limit the amount of fish caught based upon scientific data. This means that limits for commercial fishing are largely arbitrary. However, overfishing is not only due to the commercial companies that do the actual work. Consumerism plays a large part too. If consumers were to stop purchasing fish that was caught in an unsustainable manner, such as trawling or large cages placed with bait, companies would have to start using more acceptable, sustainable methods to maintain their bottom line. Ultimately, no company would fish to the extent that they are if the market wasn't there anymore. Ultimately, the previous 2 points boil down to one main issue: the disruption of the local food chains. When the species that are usually caught, cod, haddock, salmon, are overfished, the effects ripple throughout the ecosystem. Those species predators no longer have enough food and will slowly die off, meaning their predators don't have enough food and so on. Even bycatching predatory species such as sea lions cause a negative impact, as if enough of these predators are removed from the ecosystem, we will see a resultant boom in their prey species. None of this is the natural state of the ecosystem, and if continued, will lead to irreversible damages. A simple yet, I believe, effective solution to overfishing is tighter regulation and policies based on scientific research. Reducing the limit of fish per vessel and regulating or banning damaging fishing practices such as trawling would greatly diminish overfishing. Also, tightening up policies of where and when commercial fishing can be done would be beneficial. One example would be to have the mandated fishing zones that rotate, allowing the local ecosystem to recover while another area is being fished, and then the zone rotating back eventually. These are simple solutions, and maybe more complex ones will be needed, but even if you can help by simply reducing the amount of seafood consumed and opting for plant-based proteins instead, whatever is to be done